Hello, my name is Adinda Nur I'm from Class 3 BD English Department, Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. Today, I want to presentation a journal about the impact of COVID-19 on hotel industry in Asia countries. Author Indriani Tri Agustina and Rolis Dayosinta, Jurnal Kepariwisataan Indonesia, Jurnal Penelitian dan Pengembangan Kepariwisataan Indonesia, Volume number 14 and issue number 2, publication date or year December 2020. The purpose of this study was to investigate the impact of the COVID-19 on the hotel industry in Asia countries. Through a descriptive qualitative method, researchers collected data from journal, research report, books, government document, article, and website. In analyzing the data, the researchers make a comparison between the Asian continent and other continents such as Europe, America, Africa, and Australia by focusing on the hotel occupancy in those continents. From the title, we know there is the word COVID-19. COVID-19 was first detected in Wuhan, China in December 2019. COVID-19 is not a disease that can be underestimated as the spread of the virus is very fast and aggressive. This virus can be transmitted through close contact with an infected person. The infected person will show symptoms like cough, fever, sore throat, chills, muscle pain, and difficulty in breathing. COVID-19 is even more dangerous because there are people who do not show the symptoms but can still transmit the virus to other people. They are called the silent spreaders. You want to know what is the silent spreader? There are three types of silent spreader, namely asymptomatic, presymptomatic, and very mildly symptomatic. Asymptomatic carriers are people who carry an active virus in their body, but they have never experienced any symptoms such as fever, coughing, breathing issue, or gastrointestinal issue. And then presymptomatic carriers are people who have been infected and isolating themselves, but they have not shown any symptoms. People who are the pre-symptomatic usually can transmit the virus in the 1 to the 3 days before they begin to show the symptoms. The last very mildly symptomatic carriers are those who feel a little sick but still do an activity in close contact with others. The symptoms begin with the middle fever or slight cough, but they always go to public place on the indirectly spread the virus. If we already know what is the COVID-19, know what is the impact of COVID-19. Impact of COVID-19, in addition to fatal implications for people's health, COVID-19 has affected many aspects of life all around the world, such as in the economic, transportation, tourism, and another. From the economic, for example, the demand for export and import to China have declined significantly, and thus damaging their economy. And then from transformation, COVID-19 also shut down public transport since the use of public transport may increase the spread of the virus. To prevent this massive transmission, many countries have enacted rules of their travel ban. For example, the Indonesia government has implemented a large-scale social restriction PSBB since March 2020. Similarly, the Philippines government has imposed travel restrictions since March 17, 2020. It also happened in Thailand that all flights for exit and entry to Thailand are suspended. This regulation is strictly implemented by Thailand people to push the number of coronavirus cases, resulting in no new cases on May 22, 2020. And the last is tourism. A lot of tourism destinations in Asia are closed for both domestic and international travel. Tourism is a vital source of a country's national revenue. One of the Asia countries that earn high revenue from tourism is Thailand. According to Kanawa 2018, in 2018 tourism is Thailand, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and Japan contribute 21.6 6%, 12.5%, and 7.4% to in its gross domestic product GDP, respectively. Vietnam also benefit from the tourism sector as much as 15.4% contribute to its GDP as this country welcomed 16.3 million international travelers in 2019. Vietnam Brewing News 2019. Indeed, the loss caused by the massive impact of COVID-19 on the tourism sector has led to deeper detrimental consequences on many tourism subsectors, including the hospitality industry, particularly the hotel industry in Asia countries. Next, COVID-19 has significantly affected the hotel industry in most countries in Asia. The hotel occupancy is seen to be impacted due to travel ban, visitors who cancel and refund the booking hotel, quarantine regulation, and so on. Generally, the average decline of hotel occupancy in Asia countries amounted to 58.74% because of the decline of hotel occupancy. It also impacted employment in the hotel industry in East Asia, especially in China. The rate of hotel occupancy has declined by 75% from 14 January 2020. Hotel New Now 2020. In Japan, hotel occupancy showed a considerable decline of 82.4% business time 2020. In South Asia, such as in Sri Lanka, the hotel occupancy is below 10%. In Bangladesh, the hotel occupancy hits around 30 to 40%. Decrease because of the cancellation of arrival visa, the Daily Star 2020. Similarly, hotel occupancy in India has decreased by 43% in South Asia. The Indonesia Hotel and Restaurant Association PHRI said that since the outbreak of COVID-19 in January, hotel occupancy rate in Indonesia had fallen from 30 to 40, with Bali, Manado, Jakarta, Sulawesi, and Riau Island as the first 50% in March because of a lot guests facing some issue like flight cancellation and quarantine. AT Hospitality World 2020. Next, in Vietnam, the Vietnam Tourism Advisory Council claimed that the hotel occupancy from south to north was dropped between 20 and 50 if compared from the last year. The number of domestic tourists in 2020 was reduced by 8% and the international visitor decreased by 60% due to fears of the COVID-19, and this condition make Vietnam tourism in the next 3 months lost the income between 5.9 to $7 billion when 2020. Similarly, in Malaysia, the hotel occupancy decreased by 69.4% since March because of the booking cancellation. It's VS 2020. The decline in hotel occupancy also has an impact of employment in the hotel industry. For example, in Indonesia, more than 150,000 employees have been laid off, the Jakarta Post 2020b. In Malaysia, since March 2020, around 4% of hotel industry workers have been laid off with pay cuts and unpaid leave. Hotel in India implement a pay cut of up to 40 to 60% for the managers and the founders and apply of paid voluntary resignation for 400 employees. STR 2020A. In Vietnam, around 23,000 workers have been forced to take temporary leave. ILO 2020. In Lebanon, there is a hotel that shut down the hotel because it cannot pay the tax and make their employees lose their jobs. The total job losses losses in Asia have reached 63.4 million. Besides the gross domestic product (GDP) in Asia countries also get the impact because most of their income comes from tourism. They suffer a loss of around 1,041 million US dollar World Travel and Tourism Council 2020. The decline in hotel occupancy does not only happen in Asian countries, it also happens in most continents such as in Europe, Africa, America, and Australia. Europe. In Europe, this declining trend in hotel occupancy has started in the first cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in France on January 24, 2020, drops hotel occupancy by 85%, hospitality net 2020. Similarly, Swiss and France experienced the same decline by 52.4% and 35.7% respectively. Hospitality net 2020, with job loss of 30.0 million. Like the other continents, Africa also get the impact of COVID-19 in the hotel industry. On March 16, 2020, the hotel occupancy in some regions, such as Mauritius, Nairobi, and Marrakesh, dropped by 17, 70%, 80%, and 73% respectively STR 2020b. In general, the rate of hotel occupancy in Africa is now below 30%. It happened because there is a lockdown regulation that makes the hotel occupancy get heavy blows. In Asia countries, the average decline in hotel occupancy is 58.74% in Europe. The decline hotel occupancy is slightly lower than in Asia with 57.70%. Africa, America, and Australia are in a better condition with less than 50% decline in hotel occupancy, i.e. 25.6%. 44% and 40.60% respectively. So we know if most Asian countries are depending on their tourism industry, which directly affect their hotel industry, and also to minimize the negative impact, some measures be implemented. Giving promotion packages with adorable price can attract visitors to stay in the hotel. More importantly, increasing hotel service in terms of cleanliness must be carried out to guarantee guests' health and safety during their stay. Furthermore, for the government, it is better to reduce the tax because since the COVID-19, the income that hotel earn does not match their daily operating expense and thus reducing that could help hotels to revive.